Especially this camp is the foundation of the whole year. This is the only time that all the riders, all the staff members, the whole teams gather together. It's a chance for everybody to get to know each other.
December is an important moment for all my teammates. We are ready again to push on the pedals.
I just like to train to be with the team and be ready for the season. And everyone is working hard, making new goals, trying to become the best of themselves every year.
Okay.
I always like December training camp, especially now when I'm new in the team, to see all the new riders, stuff, to know everyone. With all the new faces, I just make all nicknames and make names up, and then at one point you're going to learn them through the season.
Basically, for the riders, it's the period where they only eat, sleep, train, and repeat. Here they just switch off and they are just focusing on their job, which is to try to perform as best as possible every day.
I guess this camp is super important in two ways. One is, for the general condition, but part of riding well as a team is being a team. So being here and getting to know everyone, both the staff and the riders, and building that important camaraderie and new friendships will be super important to make sure that when we do line up with a race number on, we're giving 100% for the team and for our teammate.
Это важный сбор, где команда собирается единственный раз в году вместе, все там и молодежь, и ворд-тур. Поэтому заложить базу, и это большая задача тренеров, чтобы не ошибиться с подготовкой, чтобы все были здоровы. Это уже с докторами проводим много.
The riders are just coming after their off season. The load is not so big as in January and February. The atmosphere is a little bit more relaxed. So we spend a lot of time talking to them, discussing with them about the race program and about the problems that they might have. This is the period to try to solve all the problems and to put the basis for the next season.
You know, a lot of riders in different coloured jerseys, different team jerseys. They're still under contract with their current team, so for that reason, most riders will still ride in their current team clothing. And it's always a challenge because you need to be ready for the following year with the equipment, the bikes, the clothing, helmets, and there's often a lot of changes. So it's a difficult period of time because it's a lot of change happening, but you also still have to abide by the contracts that are in place with your current employer.
The general training you can do at home, but of course here you can train a little bit harder with the support, with the physiotherapists and the massage and the car following and everything that goes with a successful block of training. But for me, the most important is to get to know everyone here and build those important friendships and camaraderies to make sure we race 100% together next year.
This time of year, Spain, especially Altea area, I think for me is the best for training camps. I quite like the roads here in Altea. I come here already since my first year professional, so the most of the roads I know. Actually, I'm always pretty happy when I go back to. I always look really forward to train on these roads here.
My role in this training camp is to do the assessment of the strength and conditioning. Try to learn with motor control exercise to improve the level of core stability. There are many teams that have incorporated this role because now the strength training have increased the scientific reviews about the performance in endurance sport. There are many reasons to do this kind of work. For us, it's really interesting to do with individual loads to try to improve the performance of.
A lot of contact
of the cyclist with the velo is with the feet, and here the power from the body goes directly on the pedal. So this should be in the best possible way. We analyze the feet of the riders, and then we define what is the best solution to make this interface, the insole in between the shoe and the foot. We customize an insole to the foot of the rider.
It's a really, really big operation. I have seen them working from 7 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the evening, building up the bikes and changing the position, changing the material day by day, based on the demands of the riders and, of course, on the results of the biomechanics that we have already done.
In the bike fitting room, we are making sure all the riders are optimized, comfortable. It's quite a big task with the new bike sponsor. I don't think bike fitting has changed that much since I was a bike rider, but I think more riders understand the importance of it now than they did. You know, they're professional. Most of them have changed bike brands more than once in their career, so they know what they're in for. They're very open-minded to changing habits that they've had for like 8 years, because we've presented data that's shown that there could be a performance, but also they have to feel it out on the road. That's important. This is a big improvement from the previous Vision bar, I think. So I think we're moving away from riders having custom bars. Like the majority of riders, I think the specialists will still want custom bars, but the options for the non-specialists now with stuff like this it's really nice. I think we have to make sure we look at current trends of the World Tour. Tadej Pogačar rides 165 crank, so a lot of people are like, well, Tadej Pogačar rides 165 crank, so I should be. But actually every rider is different. The way they pedal in the bunch, but also the point at which they want to win the race is different, and we have to consider all this as well. Yeah, we have the tools, but I think the people are still super important. The tools can't tell you everything. The person who knows the rider the best is the rider, so their feeling out on the road in the days following is crucial also.
If you change team, you get a new bike. Luckily, I still have the same group set, same saddle, so a lot of components are the same, but of course you have a new frame where you have to get used to. Luckily, we got already very early after the season, so I got used to it. But it's always a change. You have to get familiar with it, and you have to get a good feeling with the bike, with the clothing, actually with everything. So it's also a good time to get used to everything.
The team provided us biomechanics and specialized people that helped me and my teammates to adapt to this new bike that looked pretty fast, pretty strong. So let's see during the races how this bike can go, even in different versions, the climber and also the TT bike during the year.
It's not a secret that we have to fight for our position in the World Tour, so we have to choose our races really careful and try to create a calendar that will give us the most points during the season.
По-моему, на 40 гонок больше, чем в этом году, однодневных именно, где мы можем заработать большее количество очков на следующий год.
So we have already started working on our calendar since our first meeting in Italy at the end of October, based on the characteristics of the riders. So we hope that when we finish this camp, we'll be able to deliver to each one of the riders a program that will take the best out of him.
Я думаю, несложно, если у тебя в этом задача управлять командой или компанией или кем-то, если у тебя нужно найти правильных людей, которые помогают тебе, они знают свою работу, поэтому мне в этом не сказать, что повезло, мы нашли, работали, сегодня мы нашли ту группу людей, которые